Actor Eric Stonestreet and his family have a special plan to honor his late father, Vince.
Yeah, the Stonestreet family started a fund to benefit Kansas City Hospice and Palliative Care's pediatric program. It's called Carousel Pediatric Care. And look at this, Eric Stonestreet's joining us live here this morning to talk about this. So
Yeah.
I was just reading up on this, Eric. No one likes to think about this kind of thing, but it sounds like they do incredible work with these sick little guys.
Well, and adults, you know, I never knew how important hospice would be in my life until my dad got sick and was at the unfortunate end of his life. And they are truly angels walking among us on earth, people that are able to do that work. And we were so appreciative. And, you know, my dad was such a good, giving guy. We wanted to give something back to KC Hospice, but more than that, the community of Kansas City.
Also, tell us how this is going to help so many families.
Well, you know, in hospice, there's a lot of things that Medicare and insurance doesn't cover. You know, my dad, for example, wanted to continue living, but once you go into hospice, they don't cover life-saving measures. So he wasn't able to have blood transfusions, and other people won't, to stay alive. So this will kick in for things like that, but it also will kick in a Make-A-Wish sort of dream factory sort of way, you know, for kids that are in this, again, unfortunate situation. You know, people unfortunately fall through the cracks. So this fund will first help kids, you know, get wants and needs that they might need in hospice care.
Yeah, and, you know, and like you said, Eric, it's tough to talk about, but you know, there are kids with incurable illnesses, you know, and so as I understand, when I was reading up on this group, this hospice group, they just allow them to still be kids.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
well, that's important. You know, with any disease, you want to, and so much of it, the rest of the family's affected too. You know, brothers and sisters are confused and don't know what's going on. So hopefully, Dad's fund that my family, my brother, my sister, my mom, and I, we all created, will help, you know, families in this situation feel normal in a very normal and unfortunate situation.
I know a lot of people are probably watching, wondering how can they help? Is there anything that people can do?
Yeah, well, we seeded the fund in hopes that people would just know that we created something that if this holiday giving season they wanted to put $5, $20, $100 to, they knew they could trust that going to kchospice.org/Stonestreet would be a safe and good place to give some money. But more than that, what I wrote is I hope that people will go to the website, read about my dad, and be inspired to give to something else, because that's what my dad was. He was a funny guy, a giving guy, and he did it in such interesting ways. He loved giving hams to random people around the holidays. You know, he loved buying people's lunch and dinner, and he did big gestures for family and friends that we can all attest to and are so thankful for.
yeah, so again, it's at KC Hospice.
kchospice.org/Stonestreet is the fund. Yeah.
All right, well, we got you. I know you're a K-State guy, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Anything you want to say about?
Well, we got a big game this week, don't we? We win and we go to Arlington to play for the Big 12. Is there somebody in here that's specifically?
I'm looking around. Nick
KU?
Vassos.
Oh,
you know, is
he's a Mizzou guy, isn't he?
No, he's a KU guy.
Oh yeah,
He's a
KU guy.
Yeah.
I get the two confused.
I don't think John Holt's not in this early, but if you know, if he came down, there'd be fisticuffs.
Yeah, well, bring it on.
That's right.
Yeah, my dad would taught me how to be tough too.
Learned a lot from your dad.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
special to you.
Yeah, go K-State. And how about that Chiefs game last night?
I know.
Oh, yeah, good win.
It's always a thriller with those Chargers.
And how crazy is it that we as Kansas City fans no longer feel like we're not going to win?
I know.
Right.
It's a new,
Even at
it's a
the
new
very
feeling.
end,
It's a
the
new
nail
feeling.
biter, you're like, we're going to get it.
Sorry, I'm pulling a Ron Howard on everybody in Kansas City today, wearing a hat. My hair is out of control. I couldn't be held responsible for this hair.
Oh, no, that's great. Well, this was awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you guys
Thanks
for having me. I'm a big fan of the show, and you guys do great work.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Eric, for being here.